Howdy folks, I'm Brian,
I'm Amber.
and here's some Reddit. Welcome to the Saturday morning special. We've got a special dog-related wedding for you, so stay tuned. Am I the jerk for telling my fiancée she can either have me at the wedding or her best friend and their dogs, and we'll get married at the courthouse? Throwaway fake names. Jessica, a 30-year-old female, and I, a 29-year-old male, are getting married next year. We've been doing the wedding planning, got places and things picked out, and it's been going good until we hit this snag. Abby is Jessica's best friend and maid of honor. Both love dogs, and they both have dogs. When we started talking about the wedding, Jessica told me all about this plan that they both had when each of them got married. They'd have a doggy wedding ceremony between their dogs and their future husband's dogs at the same time. I don't have a dog. I'm not a dog guy, so there is no potential for that to happen. I like her dog enough and let her do what she wants with him, and I do get him treats and toys sometimes. And I thought that would be the last I would hear of that. Well, she and Abby started talking about how cute it would be to include both of their dogs in our wedding. Not my thing, but I have friends and family that have done similar things, and I want her to enjoy the day, so I said okay, thinking that they would just be up at the altar or something like that. Nope, they want their dogs to get married during our wedding. I wasn't too keen on the idea and raised concerns like what would they do with both dogs for the rest of the day? What if the venue we picked doesn't allow pets? We went back and forth, and I agreed that they could do their dog ceremony at the end of our ceremony. A couple of weeks later, Jessica and Abby bring it up again. They want parts of the reception to be dedicated to their dogs. Friendship. Stuff like puppy picture slideshows, cakes for them, dog-friendly favor bags, because they want their friends and her family to bring their dogs too. I told them no, and that I already made one compromise on the issue, and I don't want a bunch of dogs around for the entire wedding and reception, and that if they did that, then they would have to find an all-new venue probably. I reminded her that she was near the limit of what she could contribute towards our wedding funds, and I would be paying the rest. And I don't want to pay for extra stuff for a bunch of dogs. They both said that this was really important to them, so I told Jessica point blank, we can stick to what we originally agreed to, or she and Abby could have their costly party that allows dogs by themselves, and we would just get married at the courthouse by ourselves. Which I think is far more generous than most people would be willing to accommodate. Abby told Jessica that I was being manipulative and making ultimatums and wanted her to go stay at her place until OP pulls his head out of his butt. Jessica didn't go, but we're still going back and forth. She still wants things her way and feels that I'm being selfish. I don't think that because I want to enjoy the wedding and marriage with Jessica, not Jessica and Abby and their pets, am I the jerk? All right, folks. What do you think of this one?
Not the jerk. You've been more than generous with this.
Yeah.
It's your wedding too, and you're not a dog person. When people both are really love pets and have their pets do a wedding or whatever, like that can be cute. But you're not a dog person, and so why would you want your entire wedding ceremony catered around your fiance's dog and her friend's dog?
Yeah, and so I think there's another important bit here that we're kind of missing out on, and it's that in the comments, OP says that Abby's already married, and her husband refused to do this at their wedding. So I think that this is like their last chance of glory here.
Yeah, well, and since OP gave an inch, they're now trying to take a mile.
Yeah, so I really feel bad for OP here because they've been more than accommodating. They've been doing everything right up until they're just so flexible. They're like, oh yeah, you can have your dogs at the wedding. Oh yeah, if you really want to do this, you need to have your own ceremony. So it's like so far above and beyond what anyone else would do. So yeah, I don't think OP's the jerk. Anyhow, take care and good luck. And Downtown Age says, not the jerk, what did I just read? A doggy wedding? What is wrong with people? Dogs are animals, not babies. This level of obsession with animals would freak me out, and I would personally nope out of the relationship. And OP replies, I don't know, lol. My cousin had pups of honor at his wedding. That just chilled through the whole thing. I was expecting something like that, not whatever this is. Yeah, I mean, it's like a little bit different there.
Mm-hmm. Well, and it makes perfect sense if the two people getting married have pets who are important to them that they want
Hmm.
to incorporate.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, if this was something that they were both like fanatical about and they're like, oh, yeah, we want to have our dogs up there getting married while we get married. Okay, fun. And Eggy Cat says, not the jerk, but it is wild that your fiance is prioritizing this over your actual wedding. She is making the day about her and her friend and sidelining you almost completely. Her best friend is making the day about her. That is such a bizarre overstepping, and the fact that your fiance doesn't see that is really concerning. Like, this actually comes across as a one-upping contest on the part of her best friend. She should be supporting your fiance and you, not undermining your wedding plans to turn it into a party for her dog. I would honestly postpone the wedding altogether because this is a terrible glimpse into your fiance's priorities. You rank below her best friend's dog. All right, folks, it is tea coffee time. Grab your beverages of choice. I've got some coffee right here. Amber's got a joke book.
What happened to the optician who fell in the lens grinding machine?
Oh my goodness, this is horrifying. What? How is this? Is this book made for children?
Yes.
He fell into the lens grinding machine? Well, I would imagine that he turned into sausage. That's what would happen to the optometrist. I don't know. I mean, I guess those probably aren't like that big of a deal. I was kind of like imagining like a giant paper shredder type thing. But I mean, I guess a lens grinder is not a paper shredder. Does not a paper shredder make?
Well, I mean, he made a spectacle of himself, so.
Oh. uh, I mean, that's well played, book. And like I said, I've got coffee. All right, folks, that's all the time we have for today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, consider giving it a like, and if you didn't, consider giving it a dislike. As you can see, we do have the new live stream dates up, but let me know if November 25th does not work for you. We can probably push it back a week or push it later or something like that, just so that people don't have to be doing this on Black Friday. So yeah, just let me know, and we'll see you all tomorrow.
Bye.
Made a spectacle of himself. Made a spectacle of himself. I'll show you a spectacle.